These are the 5 softwares I use to take my content agency to $100,000 a month and completely automated the entire process. Before I get into software number 1, I want to explain the whole goal of building your business is so you can actually enjoy your life, right? You're not trying to build this business and be a slave to your business. The whole goal is to use these tools, these 5 tools that I'm going to go over, so you can automate, delegate, eliminate, and take yourself out of the business. That way you can go spend more time with your significant other or go play pickleball and do things that you actually love to do and not just work all your life. And so software number 1 is Monday.com. Monday.com we used for project management. We used it for approving the videos, leaving revision requests. And the reason I chose Monday.com is because it's very user-friendly on mobile, which a lot of people approve their videos on mobile. And so we tried ClickUp, we tried Frame.io, we tried Trello, we tried every single software. I always collected client feedback. I was always like, guys, what can I do to improve? What can I do to make this easier? And as I tried every software, Frame and all these other ones, I found that it was the easiest for people to use Monday.com and leave little notes in the updates tab. And so what we did was we created a system where each of the softwares was all interconnected. And once I built out this system, everything was automated. The client's videos were automated. The client's submitting a revision request was automated. Everything was just so easy, and the clients love that experience. And there's a certain way to set it up where there's editor view and client view. And in the editor view section, it was awesome because we could have our whole team working in there. There's the client approval specialist. There was the ops manager. There was my editor. We had a 24-hour timer because we'd always have a fast turnaround. And the best thing was we set up an automation that deleted all the revision requests, the timer, everything from the editor view to the client view. That way, when the client saw the video in Monday.com, it just looked clean. There was no revision request. It was just a clean video ready for their approval. The second software we used was Slack. The way we used Slack was all communication with the team, all communication with the clients. Clients all had their own private channels with me, the editors, the ops manager, the client success person. It was awesome. Like, I literally was hands off in this business. We had 98 clients at the time of me selling my content agency. And the best part was I was barely spending any time in Slack. We had 98 clients and I barely had to be in there because we set it up right. We set it up where each person had a Slack channel, our teams clocking in into a separate channel, clocking out in a separate channel. Everything was just organized in Slack. And the way you could automate it is pretty freaking awesome. And the cool thing is we were able to automate it and have it say, hey client, your video is ready to go. And it was an automation that triggered it in Slack and then notify the client and at them at their first name. Super cool automation that we set up. And it took a lot of stress off my back. And so if you're texting your clients, emailing clients, somehow sending your clients videos in WhatsApp or whatever you're using, there's a better way. Use Slack. The third software we used was Google Drive. We found that Google Drive was very easy to use with automations. And so as soon as we had a client get onboarded, we had a welcome email go out, all these other automations get created, and their own Google Drive was created. Their own Google Drive folder with unedited, completed, raw footage, B-roll, everything was completely done for them automatically. And so we found that Google Drive is really good to automate the business and really make your life simple. And so we ran it with it and created Google Drive. One thing I do want to say about Google Drive is make sure that you have a separate Google Drive for your content and your client's content, because you don't want to leave your client's content in the editor's hands, right? If you have to fire an editor or let him go, you don't want an editor to have all of your clients' old videos. And so create a separate Google Drive just for the videos, and it makes life so much easier for tracking purposes. And you always want to have all the control in business. Fourth tool is Calendly. The reason I use Calendly is it's very easy to use, and here's the main reason I use Calendly. Guys, pay the $15 a month and have it block off your calendar. Have the pro version. That way it doesn't double book you for meetings. The cool thing about Calendly is you can set up all of these email automations and all of these text automations that are catered and personalized towards that person. You can make it really, really clean, and that way before someone even hops on a call with me, they see a pre-call video, again, a bunch of testimonials of my clients winning. And so when they come to the call, they're like, dang, this guy gets results. All of his clients are getting results. Like, this is an onboarding call. This is not a sales call. It's more so like me seeing if they're a good fit for me to help them. If you set it up right, your calls won't have to be you hopping on a call and selling the person, having to convince them. I don't want to work with someone that doesn't understand how I could benefit them in their life. And so when you set up all this stuff, it helps you pre-frame and show them that you're an authority, that you get results, and it increases your show-up rate. And the fifth software we used to scale our content agency past $100,000 a month was Zapier. Zapier was extremely convenient because it played a role in all the onboarding emails. They got an onboarding video, all the book calls automations, every single thing that was created, Google Drive being created, Slack channel created, Monday board created, all of that was automatic. So all I had to do as a CEO was watch my closer close a deal. It gets automatically onboarded because of all the zaps we set up properly. And then my team onboards them, and I just sit there and collect the cash. And that's how you should run your content agency. Everything should be automated, delegated. You should be putting a team in place so you're not a slave to your business. And so I hope this video helped, and I'm going to be making more content showing you exactly how I scaled my content agency to $100,000 a month and sold it. So make sure you hit that subscribe button.